happening, everybody? Welcome to the Creepy Tommy C, the daily, Monday through Thursday. I wouldn't say, Monday through Thursday. Like a little half an hour hockey show. And I'm here with my man, the Jeff the Huffman. And if you'd like to donate, donations go to him today. Unless you donate something ridiculous, and then we're going into the negotiations. But if you want a nickel and dime him or $1 and $5 him, it's all his. It's all his. It's all his. If we get more people watching, then I get all the money. Just kidding. I do give these guys a percentage of donations. But small shows like this, my man, what's happening there? Jeff Huffman?
Oh, no, not a whole bunch. Not a whole bunch. Blues finally lost the game last night in overtime.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
It's funny. It's funny. My uncle said, and they're not he's a big gambler. And I don't know, my father helped him get something. And he's like, good job. He's like, really good job. That really helped me out. Here's a tip. Take the St. Louis Blues over Vancouver Canucks. That's like his way to pay you back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work out, did it?
No.
Unless you bet for a tie in the regulation. That's another thing for all you gamblers out there. If you bet on the St. Louis Blues, let's say you bet on the Canucks last night, right? Make sure you know what you're betting on. Because if it goes to overtime, it's considered like a tie. And you don't win the money. They got to win in regulation. You got to make sure those bets are in regulation. Always take the shootout bet. It actually makes the shootout exciting, which is
that's the only way the shootout can be exciting.
You know, there's another good way to gamble too. If you're a real crackhead, you know what you got to do? Bet on no goals. It turns the hockey game into something completely different. Like if you bet on, first of all, if you make no goals a game, right? Like a 0-0 going into regulation, right? Mm-hmm. The odds are stratospheric, right?
Obviously.
So you watch the whole game like it's a playoff overtime in Game 7 Stanley Cup, and then your heart just pumps. So every like ting off the post, you're like, oh, and then it's like, the puck goes the other end, and you're freaking out. You're bugging out.
Except you don't get excited for any team's rush. You just hope it stays in the
No, you just want to go out, but it has the same impact. It's freaking amazing. All right. We're talking about not gambling. I'll teach you kids how to gamble. We're talking about Marian Hossa. 500 goals last night as the Flyers just embarrassed themselves, tripping up on each other in their own zone.
To be fair, they were down 4-0 and they came back.
Yeah, I guess.
And people are forgetting that the Hawks blew a 4-0 lead. Yeah, you scored 7. You also blew a 4-goal lead against the Flyers.
I watched the first period of this match. The defense is awful. There's one.
Oh no, it is awful.
It was just awful. I mean, Patrick Kane scores a goal like right off the bat. I mean, there's so much pressure. It's obvious defenders can't handle it. I forget what defenseman tripped over his own 2 feet that led to a Rasmussen.
Finishes it off.
Not a good sign from Flyers because we thought the Flyers were much improved. But not a good sign.
They have pretty much the same roster.
Yeah, I know. Like, what's the matter with them?
They have pretty much the same roster. They need Voracek to step up. He had like almost a 30-point dip last season.
Yeah, it's bottom line.
I mean, and you can't rely on Mason and Neuwirth to do what they did last year from the middle of January to the end of the season.
Well, you're gonna need Neuwirth to step. I still think he should be the starting goalie. He's gonna have to step up and just Steve Mason is just. You say, well, this is like the 3rd year. You know? 3rd fucking year in a row, guys. He's not a starter. He's a good guy. He's not a starter. I don't know why. Like, I talk to Flyer fans like, oh, Steve Mason this and Steve Mason that. Is it just because you hear his name a lot during the game? Steve, bye, Mason.
Yeah. They hear Mason's name all the time because that defense lets up almost shots than everybody.
I don't know. Not good.
They gave up over 30 shots a game last season.
I got some audio from last night in the Chicago-Philadelphia game.
Oh, yeah?
With the Mason and net. Yeah, I guess if you block fucking 90% of those, my ass just went against
What would you call that Panarin muffin that he scored on? What kind of sound effect would that have?
Panarin muffin?
Yeah, the power play goal that Panarin got. He was doing his best Ovechkin impression from the left hash.
This might work. Or this one. I got the monitor now.
See, now that second one
Yeah.
That would be my reaction if I was a Flyers fan to that goal he let up against the Capitals, where it just slid in from the red line through his legs.
Yeah, I'll say it's ridiculous. Now my attention's to the sound effects. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, that's Jeff playing EA Sports. All right, let's talk about it. Marian Hossa becomes 44th player in NHL history to score 500 goals. 500 goals is not what 500 goals used to be anymore. He finds himself, like, there's a lot of debate whether he should go in.
Well, look at all these other guys that have 500 goals. Guys like Roenick, Kachuk, Turgeon,
Verbeek,
Bondra.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you. I think it's because a lot of these guys, especially like Roenick, had a long career, and it took him a while, and he had some down seasons and stuff. And I think every one of those guys is a Hall of Famer, especially Keith Kachuk. Like, what's the qualification? You got to look like isn't Wendell Clark in the Hall of Fame? I know. I mean, he would be like a borderline guy, but and Marian Hossa is like.
Well, it's not the same thing like in baseball. Like in baseball, it's almost like 500 home runs. 500 home runs.
Yeah, 500 runs would get
hits,
you in.
pretty much guarantees.
And it probably
you.
shouldn't. It probably shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't.
You know, with 500 goals really isn't what it used to be. It used to be a guarantee. Now, it's like Dave Andrzejczyk, another guy. I don't understand, like, all these guys. And notice all these guys scored 500 goals, and they're probably counting the era against them too. You know, late 80s, early 90s. So it's almost like they scored 400 goals.
Even early 2000s before the first lockout.
Keith Kachuk was a weapon, dude. Did he ever dominate the whole league? No. Pat Verbeek, another dangerous player. He was like Theo Fleury without the crack. Pierre Turgeon did dominate, but after injuries kind of took a toll on him. Mm-hmm. Jeremy Roenick looked like a seriously dominating player. Early in his career, got a Stanley Cup final against the Penguins, which they had no chance. Yeah. I think Roenick belongs there. He's one of the best American players I've ever seen. Peter Bondra, I honestly thought he was great because he played in Washington. They suck. Yeah. I was in Washington, D.C., second round of the playoffs, 94, playing the Rangers, right? Nobody in town knew the fuck Capitals were. Now, Ovi changed a lot of that. That team's been there forever, and nobody gives a shit about it.
Right.
You know, it's amazing. Sort of like Ottawa. Nobody cares. Not at all. But I don't know. I just think I don't have a problem with Marian Hossa. Marian Hossa scored big goals for the Blackhawks. They're certainly better with him in the lineup than without him.
Sure they are.
Yeah, I remember the injury. Was it 2012 when he took that vicious hit from Rafi Torres, a psychopath, and Blackhawks really never recovered. I mean, there were Dave being like super pissed about that at the time, and it was right. I mean, he's such a big part of this team, but because he's not like a loud guy and he doesn't get accused falsely of rape or he's not super clean cut, or doesn't have the same kind of Superboy personality Jonathan Toews, people forget about him. But I mean, I don't know. You can make an argument. No Cubs without Hossa. You know, you really could.
Yeah, I mean, he's real good offensive talent. But what gets overshadowed is he's a real good defensive player too.
Yeah, good two-way guy. You know,
hey, look out throughout his career.
I don't know.
I mean, with the exception of 1 year in Atlanta, because Atlanta was awful.
Yeah.
Everything's very, very positive.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. Why can't we give him a little credit? He's a damn good player. I wouldn't mind. Oh, by the way, Dave Andrzejczyk got 640 goals, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to make a correction there. I don't know. I don't see why those guys can't go on. All those guys. I don't know. I don't really wonder what the standard is. Every player I've named is a dominant player, not maybe the dominant player. Every one of those players is a guy you had to contain, night in and night out. Pierre Turgeon, Pat Verbeek. Certainly Marian Hossa is on that list. Keith Kachuk. I don't know. Like what takes it. And I want to see all the other schmucks that are in the Hall of Fame that probably don't deserve it. I wonder. I really wonder. Who else is in there? Maybe Nick Bonino will go. I missed that. I'm going to screw around with it.
How about Mika Zibanejad?
Mika Zibanejad. You can't. You know, whenever you guys say it, I can't hit it right. Isn't that weird? Like Mika Zibanejad. Mika. Yeah, see, like, yeah, there it is. Mika Zibanejad. I'm really interested in what you guys think. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Skype is Shot from the Point. And we'll let you on. Let you speak your mind. All that other good shit. As long as you don't show me any boobies or crap like that. This should go really well.
Well, you can show us that. Just Tommy's got to make sure not have the Skype.
You can show us your boobs, but we just gotta like switch scenes. You know, it's cool. It's cool.
I have to confess that I've never let the children watch a hockey game.
Yeah. Too many boobs. Too many ice girls. The ice girls ruin the game. Ice girls ruin the game. It's sexist.
It's demeaning to women.
It's sexist. Let's say hello to the chat. Paul Correa. It's a good name. I just saw that in the chat. I'm gonna flip that in.
Paul Correa?
Yeah, I could deal with him in the hall. I don't know. Like, I got to see the stand. I bet there's a bunch of punks in there that don't belong there. I bet there is. I bet there's a bunch of punks in there. David S. Woodbridge, New Jersey. What do you think of Marian Hossa going Hall of Fame?
I think he deserves it. I mean, he's had how many years where he's been one of the top guys on that deep squad?
Yeah, I know. Crazy. I bet he won't go either. You know? He's not been. He's like. I get the feeling like getting in the hall. You got to give the You got to give the media something to work with. You know what I'm saying? Like give them stories and shit. You know, unless you're like, you know, Patrick Kane's a shoo-in, Jonathan Tate's a shoo-in. But I think you got to get, you know, you got to give them something to work with.
Yeah.
Huffman, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your connection sucks today. You got the gerbils.
No, I accidentally hit the disconnect button.
Should I fire him, David?
Stuff in.
Should I fire him, Dave?
No, I don't have my camera on.
Oh, I should fire him, David. Now. How do you like being out of high school this year? You like it?
No, I miss it.
Oh, you're such a pussy.
No, because I missed high school hockey. That's the only thing I miss.
Oh, I miss it. All right. Well, just go to God. Why don't you just join an old man league like I did?
I'm going to, but I'm not.
Go to Inman. Go to Inman. Play inline hockey. Play like 3 times a week and shit.
Fuck that.
Why? You're too good for that because you played ice hockey? Guess what? When you can't afford the shit, what's that?
I suck on blades compared to.
Well, who gives a fuck? You playing at least? You're hanging out with the boys. Probably if you go, you want an easy way to get booze? Go and by the way, I did this. Go to Inman. Go to the one in Rahway. Start hanging out with the guys that are over 21. They'll throw you a beer once in a while, you big dummy.
I don't need that. I got friends that freaking have
my fake ID. Do you go to Pops in Perth Amboy?
No.
Pops. I wonder if Pops is the Pops probably.
Now you're getting off topic again. You're reminiscing about your time here.
Yeah, I know. I want to go to fucking Pops. Pops in Perth Amboy. The guy's got to be dead by now. But he had a racket. He sold the He's right off Amboy Ave too. He sold liquor to underage people. Right? Like, he didn't give a fuck. But here's what you had to do. You had to go, like, he had this bar, and there's usually 2 drunk Puerto Ricans inside, and, like laying on the bar, and he didn't give a fuck. So you just walked in, you knocked on the door, and he'd be like, how much, right? And then you had to give him the money fast, and he'd be like, get out of here, right? And we'd have to run in the car and throw it in. He didn't give a shit, but you had to move. And if you fucking pissed him off, he wouldn't sell to you, right? So I'm telling this story, like, in 1997, I was, like, 21, and I was talking to a guy that, at the time, was, like, in his 30s, and it turned out he was from Ford's, right? And then he's like, yeah, I used to get it from this guy Pops in the mid-'80s. I'm like, you're kidding me. Same guy. I was wondering if he's still over there. I wonder if I just blew his whole operation. I can't believe the Perth Amboy police didn't know about that shit.
I haven't heard of it, so it might have got shut down.
Yeah, it's too bad. Well, it went for at least from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I can attest for that. Yeah. One time I went to Pops, and I bought stuff when I was 21 just to see if he would treat me the same. Like, get out of here. He did. It's all legal, too. He didn't even know it. All right. Get out of here. You make me miserable.
Hey, I wanted to talk some
Go ahead. Say something smart. Please.
Well, actually, I wanted to congratulate, you and Jeff on having good starts with the Rangers and Blues.
Yes. Rangers look good.
But
I watched you guys last night. You didn't look too bad either.
Let me tell you something. The first 2 games, They played good for about 20, 30 minutes, and the other half they were a step behind, flat as fuck.
Yeah.
Last night they came out, the home crowd pumped them up.
Yeah.
They had a good first. They had nothing to show for it. The second period they took over. And
took
Taylor
over.
fucking Hall, good God.
He's fast, dude. You know, we didn't get to see him much in the East. He's fucking fast,
fly.
dude. I watched the game. I watched the first period yesterday. It was fun.
After he scored that goal, every time he touched the puck in the offensive zone, you saw the crowd just get like hyped up. Like, what's he gonna do now?
He's fast, dude.
And him and Pavel Zacha last night, the rookie Zacha, those two look so good. They had a shift where Hall was left out.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed behind in the zone. Him and Zacha had this great 1-2 punch, and he would have had a hat trick if not for Cam Fowler, who I heard on a couple Devils boards are like, "Hey Shiro, make a call. We heard he's on the block. Try and keep him in Jersey for a little while."
Yeah. No, it's
if Fowler, if we were able to get Fowler, I'd say then we would be a playoff team, definitely.
I don't know that you're not a playoff team now.
You got guys that can score, guys like Henrique and Palmieri.
But
The problem is nobody knows if they're going to repeat what they had last year.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why they brought in Hall. But
I was really up on the Devils most of the year, and I know Dave was down. He ended up being right. That's why he's dead on Dave, and I'm not. But I don't know. I think the coaching, new culture, new guys, and I think when I don't know that bald, he looks like a rocket with wings.
John
fucking
Hines.
Duncan,
in Hines
yeah.
we trust.
Hines, Hines. No, I like him. And I think he did a lot with that team, and I think it's you bring in a guy like Taylor Hall. Another thing is Taylor Hall is playing like I watched the shifts that he had last night. He's playing with passion. He's playing like the guy that got pissed off. He got traded for a bag of pucks.
Yeah.
But I worry about Taylor Hall. But there's always a chance that Craig McTavish identified the wrong cancer. Can you imagine that? We got to get rid of the cancer in the locker room. These kids are too spoiled.
Let's get rid of Taylor Hall.
Let's get rid of Taylor Hall. And he's not. He's like the only leader in the locker room that's under 25. Would that shock you at all with that organization?
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, Oilers, thanks for Yakupov.
Yeah, here's the Yakupov. Oh, he's playing. Yeah, but don't. I think he was the cancer because he's Russian.
You know what, though? Look at them, though. The first 3 games they played, though, aren't they 3-0 right now?
Yeah, I think so.
They're having a good start. That doesn't mean they're going to keep it that way.
No.
But
doesn't.
I mean, on the terms of the Devils, I'll be happy as hell if they make the playoffs. If they don't, I won't be disappointed. But you know what? In 2 years from losing Kovalchuk and starting a rebuild, quote unquote, within 2 years, we're already a deadly team up front. And we don't even have that star.
Shut up. I hear about that. I hear about it. Devils and Rangers. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Rangers. I can only do that too long.
You want to hear some Hall of Famers? See if they should be in or not. I got it pulled up.
What? Go ahead.
Okay, to start from 2015, we got Fedorov, Housley, Lindstrom, Pronger.
Pronger's got to go, right? Lidstrom is
no. These guys are in. These are people that are
in
right now.
Those guys are better than the guys we just talked about. Okay. Well,
2014, Rob Blake, Peter Forsberg, Hasek, Modano.
They're fucking slam dunks.
13, Chelios, Scott Niedermayer, Shanahan.
They're all better than the players we named.
2012, Pavel Bure, Adam Oates, Joe Sakic, Matt Sundin.
Bure, I don't think his stats are too good because he kind of retired young, but I mean, he had the talent, but you're not supposed to get in on talent alone. You know? I don't know.
2011, Ed Belfour, Doug Gilmour, Mark Howard, Joe Dyke.
Doug Gilmour had 500 goals. Let's see if I mean, he's a good player, but he brought more to the table than goals. So he had a physical aspect. Dave Rishi, you're on the air.
All right. Everyone except the TBK.
Oh, fuck yourself, you punk. I kick your ass, you know? Nobody knows TBKs. I kick your fucking ass. You know? You're a big pussy. Nobody cares about TBK. There's 50 people in here. It's a hockey show. You big dummy. If you had any fucking brains at all, you'd call the one that gets the most. Jesus Christ. Your website's not going anywhere because you don't even know how to spam correctly. You don't even know how to spam correctly, you dumb fuck. You're a fucking idiot. What's it like being stupid? Everywhere you go, you're stupid. You know, the only one that doesn't know it is you. You big dummy. Big dummy. Who's your favorite wrestler, by the way?
My favorite wrestler?
Who cares, you fucking punk? Get the fuck out of here. So how are we going to promote the channel, Jeff? What are we going to do? We're going to call other live streams and say
we'll call
TBK.
into the stream that's
What does
only got,
TBK
like,
stand
60
for?
people watching instead of the one that brings in close to 1,000.
Yeah, I know. I have a feeling it's going to be a slow night, though. Hey, turn that off, Bonner. What's up?
I did. Yeah, it was Provorov that fell, and he finished the night with a -5, the fucker.
Really? Provolov. Yeah, you guys look awful last night. Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little credit for coming back, like Jeff said, but I gotta be. Well, I mean, I only watch first period because I can't watch every fucking game when there's 20 games on. You know, I do my best. I try hard, but it didn't really
I
seem
don't
to.
have NHL Network. It makes it difficult when I wake up. I can't watch highlights.
Yeah, I know. It is. It sucks. I can't watch highlights when I get up, because I missed a game. Or maybe I should just fucking watch Ranger games. But doesn't that seem like a waste? I dropped like $120 and I'm only watching Ranger games. Why don't you get the Ranger package? You know?
Yeah.
It's only like $10 cheaper to get one team.
You know what I do? To be honest with you, I get I watch the Ranger games, right? And then I end up watching like the Sunday games with my wife. And that's what I'm paying for. You know, but I'll probably be able to watch more this year if, you know, if the baited money comes in. But
right.
Yeah, what do you do? So what do you think? You think it's just an off night? Flyers going to do something?
Yeah, I think it's an off night. I mean, they started 3 on the road against the Western Conference. They'll be coming back on tomorrow night against Anaheim, the home opener. I think they'll bounce back.
I hope so.
But I don't know who Hacksaw's going to go with. Is he going to go with Neubert or is he going to go with Mason? I mean, I want to go with Neubert.
Neuwirth. I've been selling this for a while.
Neuwirth.
Remember last year?
We've been saying that ever since it got there.
Remember last year? Yeah, from Buffalo, where he played pretty well when they were trying to like tank for Connor McDavid and shit. You know, and they traded him. He was probably the best evidence that they were tanking. You know, was trading Neuwirth because he got hot. That goddamn 2015 or 14 team with that were tanking for McDavid or whatever it was. If you could stop a shot on that team, you might have some talent. And he's not getting any younger either. I don't know why they got such a hard on for Mason. Hey, maybe I don't know. Maybe fucking Hextall feels bad for him. I don't know. What the fuck's going on over there?
Yeah, well, last night I can understand why they pulled him. You know, giving up the 3 goals in the first period, and then that goal early in the second period. You want to change the momentum, but Mason didn't do much better.
No. I don't know. I just you got to tell one of these guys they're the starter and go with it. Mm-hmm. If he's still losing by November, dump him. You know,
Real
not like you've made the playoffs
they just
anyway.
ran into the mighty Hawks. The Hawks also blew a 4-0 lead. I wouldn't call
but
that
like
mighty.
You know what it was? It was like watching
Against and they scored 7 on a defense that gives up more shots than pretty much everybody.
It was like watching a bug. Oh, what's this?
Not saying they're not good.
Here's my fantasy English hockey team. Clown as the captain, Great as the goalkeeper without the mask padding. Keem as the mascot from Hot Mummy in England. X. Hot Mummy, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a goalkeeper, it's goalie. That's for soccer. I could tell you're from the UK, sweetheart. But it's okay, I still like you. How tall are you? I heard you're a MILF.
Is she technically a MILF, though, if you go after her?
What's that?
Is she technically a MILF if you go after... Could anybody be considered a MILF for you?
Yeah, at this stage, pretty much. If you gave birth and you're halfway, you know, if I don't want to vomit and sleep before I sleep with you, we're good.
Yeah, I concur.
There you go. You like hockey? As you get to my age, you like hockey? Will you tolerate me watching it? Will you sleep with me? Will you make me a sandwich from time to time? I'm not going to demand it. I'll be respectful. You throw me a sandwich, maybe get me a beer.
Just you throw in a sandwich every now and again, we'll be happy.
We're good. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm going to say, go make me a sandwich. Why don't I do that shit? But if you make me one, okay, maybe I'll marry you. Honestly, guys, go for the simple shit with girls. Go marry the girl next door, and just do the ones that like to do the simple shit. You know, don't take broads with baggage. You know, they might not be as hot as the high maintenance ones, but you'll hate life if they're gonna divorce you anyway. And when you start looking ridiculous, they'll just dump you and they'll go for a younger guy and give him all the pussy. That's the way it goes. Yeah.
Pussy has no face.
Yeah, it does.
My friend said
It's
that
ugly.
to me years ago. Pussy has no face.
You're terrible. What is disgusting? Are you married?
Who, me? Nah. I have kids, but not married.
Yeah. I've been married twice.
Jesus.
Yeah, imagine. I literally have. I've had a situation where my ex-wife and my wife yelled at me at the same time in the same room.
Oh.
What are you doing? That's not funny. And then they fucking commiserate with each other like what a douche I am. My ex-wife will say,
Oh,
yeah.
they exchange notes?
Sort of. It's like, does he still not throw, like, does he still leave his socks in the bed or some shit like that? It's like, yes. My current wife actually hates it, but every so often she'll say the right thing. My ex-wife, and then they'll commiserate. Yeah. It's a full-time job being married to me. I'll only take 1 or 2 calls and get the hell out of here. Good show. I'll talk to you later, Sean.
All right, guys.
Go Flyers. Except when you play me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Why does my camera keep going out?
Somebody
Every
took
time
my,
you bring somebody, every time you bring somebody in, my camera goes out.
I don't know. Fuck Skype. Turn it back on. That's all I can tell you. Anthony Davis, you're on the air.
Hey, I would just like to say you're my favorite guy on the Baited podcast.
Yeah. Thank
Mainly
you.
because you're you don't really pick sides. You kind of like pick a side because you're like biased.
I don't know. I'm pretty biased, dude. I've strong opinions. I have ways of thinking.
I'd also like to say,
Yeah.
subscribe to TBK. The big
My God.
It's pretty funny. Jersey sucks. You're on the air.
Yeah, hey. What's up, man?
When you tell me, brother.
I don't know anything about hockey.
Then get the
but I
fuck
do
out of here,
wanna
then.
congratulate-
Call the
I'm
other
pretty
show.
sure that same guy called in yesterday
Yeah.
saying the
He said
exact same
TVK. Hey, baby, how you doing, baby? Yeah. What's it like never getting
What do you think
laid?
about Drew Doughty's Corsi?
We think about Drew Doughty's Corsi. Pittsburgh boy, last call of the day.
The Penguins last night, I swear to God, it was embarrassing.
Yeah. Was it embarrassing?
Yeah,
think
it was.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing. You would think, coming off being the Stanley Cup champions, they would be exploding this season.
Yeah, I know. Capitals lost. Like, the Avs fucking lost like 3-0 to the Caps the next day. Yeah. It's pretty funny. I don't know. You won the Stanley Cup. You know, I'm having a little trouble feeling sorry for Pittsburgh boy. I don't know, Jeff. Are you having trouble connecting with him? You won the Stanley Cup. I haven't seen the Stanley Cup in like 22 years.
I mean, they're 2-1-1. It's not like they're 0-4.
Yeah. What are you worried about?
You could be the Ducks. The Ducks are 0-3-1.
Yeah. You can't even tell until like late.
The Kings.
You won the fucking Stanley Cup. You guys sucked all fucking year. It started looking like you weren't going to make the playoffs, which would have been really funny. You know? And you won the guy. You got hot. Crosby stopped being a baby. Malkin, even when he was hurt, they picked the team up. You got, guys like Rust, who was just such a rock in the playoffs.
How about
Nick
Bonino?
Bonino and goddamn Phil Kessel fucking went nuts. And he probably should have got the MVP. But that little mustard, that little peach fuzz prick, who's almost 30 and he can't even grow a beard, got the damn award. What are you complaining about? Please tell me how things are bad for you as a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Go ahead.
Because just you went to Montreal that bad? You went to Montreal that bad?
Well, it's fucking Carey Price.
That's not good.
Who played last night? No, it was Matoya that played last night.
Yeah, Price is sick.
Yeah, I forgot.
He's got the flu.
I had to do the baited podcast before we went on, so I didn't check the scores.
Yeah, 4-0.
Who would you choose as your main goalie? Fleury or Murray?
Well, Murray.
That's a good question. It sounds like an easy no-brainer, but it really isn't. First of all, Fleury got hurt. That's why he lost his job. Murray won the Stanley Cup. A great playoff.
And then Murray gets hurt.
Who would I rather go with? You know what? I think I'd probably put Murray in and look to deal Fleury. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the solution to the problem. I'd look to deal Fleury. You know, that's the only thing they can do. They'll be fine. God damn it. The only thing you should be angry at is you guys probably should have conservatively 4 cups by now. And that has a lot to do with your captain never growing up. And probably the fact that they weren't coached properly. As far as like,
Yeah,
I think
they got a man in there.
I'm sorry. I do believe it. I know I can't prove it. I think there's probably too much interference with Lemieux and their relate. That's not the right relation. You shouldn't be living the first 10 years of your career with the fucking general manager or the owner. It's just fucking not right. I know they love each other and all that happy, and they're winners, and winners hang out together, but it wasn't a good idea. But I think, like, you know, when I started, like, Crosby's like 28 now, that's when I started, like, calming down a little bit, like 28. And, like, shit didn't bother me like it used to. So, like, I let shit slide. So get the fuck out of here. You're probably going to win a Stanley Cup again this year. You know that?
Mm-mm.
You know that, Pittsburgh boy? You're probably going to win again.
I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I would hope so.
Did you ever watch that video on Dave's channel?
Yeah, I'm going to go watch it after this.
Yeah.
Hope he gets sodomized. Not by you.
3 minutes. It's 3 minutes of just...
Not by you. I got sodomized once in the creek over in Pennsylvania. Scottish bar. I don't know. I said he was the last caller, I think. Scottish bar, you're on the air. Be real quick. Blitz call. What do you got?
But so I got TVK, subscribe to TVK. Subscribe to TVK.
No one's going to subscribe to you. It doesn't matter how many times you call it out, you know? No one's going to subscribe to you.
TWFS podcast.
No one's gonna subscribe. Why don't you go call Cronin and do that to him? Like, why would you come to a hockey podcast?
TVK, Kabosh.
Yeah, but like why call Cronin?
All right, it's out Saturday. If you're here live, it's on Saturday. We're here with Curls for the Girls.
What's Curls for the Girls?
It's my freaking.
You can't. You're a radio guy. You're doing a podcast. You can't talk.
I'm a proud locker room member of TWFS podcast.
You can't. That's all you can do. You can barely speak.
I thought it was TBK, not
It's
T.
You can't even say it right.
Like,
You're doomed. No Keemstar saving your ass in your future. You're doomed.
You have excellent marketing skills. Might I suggest TNA? I hear they're hiring.
Yes. Yeah.
TNA? No, Ring of Honor, ECW.
ECW's long gone.
ECW doesn't even exist.
Probably weren't even born when it fucking folded. You
all our merch.
You little.
Buy all our merchandise. Watch all our podcasts.
Why are you gonna listen to you? Your Skype doesn't even work. You didn't even update your Skype. Nobody should listen to you.
I recommend the Big Kabosh.
You suck. You suck at your job. What's that like?
That's not that nice. Hey, we're joined by Tommy C. What do you have to say for yourself, Tommy C?
Your podcast sucks. That's what I gotta say. You suck. You'll never be in radio. You'll never be a good YouTuber.
Not my podcast.
Whose podcast is it?
It's the Big Kaboshes.
Like who's the Big Kabosh?
This is a big kabosh.
For Sawa. Watch them live today at 6:30.
What website? 6:30. What time zone? Shithead. It's an international audience.
In America, the home of the free and the
America. You're the dumb. Like, are they paying you for this?
brave. Nope.
They should get their money. You're just that into it. You're that into the Big Kabosh.
I am the biggest fan of the Big Kabosh.
Yeah, I'll say.
And I have one more thing to say.
What? How many? What's your? I have one more thing to say to you. What's your IQ roughly?
A month, or how? It's $5 something a month to be a great subscriber. TVK and
I'd rather pay $5.99 a month for Ken Bone's wife to dress me.
Yes. No one's gonna listen to Big Kabosh. How many listeners does he have? And his fucking. Is he on YouTube?
Yeah, look him up. The Big Kabosh, TWFS.
How many listeners does he have per episode?
He usually when he uploads it, he has like 1,000 to 3,000.
Get the fuck out of here.
Look up TWFS.
All right, I'll do it right now.
100,000 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah.
I fucking should bash him unbaited so he loses a bunch of subs. TWF.
I will literally have Keemstar on the Big Kibosh.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
TWF, the Big Kibosh.
Yeah.
It's not even auto-completing, so I don't even deliver you. Kibosh. I don't fucking know.
You're asking Tommy to try to spell something.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Big TWF, Big Kibosh. Yeah, it's only got
By the
1,000
way-
fucking viewers, dude.
No, I was recording this whole time, and I'm gonna send it to the Big Kibosh so we can play in his live stream.
Oh, yeah, great. Oh, good for him. Big Kibosh.
Oh, right.
I want to
it's
fight
that
you.
Saturday.
I just want to. I want to
You're
beat.
here live.
I want-
That Saturday. We're
I want
going
to
here
beat you
with Tom
senseless.
C.
You know that? I'd like to beat you to death.
Oh, right. It's that Saturday.
No
You're here
fucking
live,
wrestling
it's
work.
Saturday.
I want to literally give you a pile driver. I want you to put you in between my legs, and I'm gonna fucking wrap my fucking thighs really, and I'm
I
going to
literally-
crash your head in the
I would
ground.
think- I
No,
would
you don't push up at the last minute to make
Get
it look like it's
balls
real.
Mahoney.
Like I
I-
split
that's
your
like
fucking
balls
skull
Mahoney,
open.
just so we
I
can hit you in the
split
head.
your skull open. How what do you think of that?
I get
Fucking die, 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 die. No,
Oh
man.
my god.
I need a break. I need a cigarette, and I can't smoke. All right, last
You
night
wanna
in the
watch that-
National
you wanna
Hockey
watch
game.
that day video with me before I go to work? After this?
What day? You gotta look at this. This is a fucking mess. Somebody's gotta find me better NHL graphics. This is disgusting. It's probably not even working. Oh, God. The Big Kibosh. What a dork. Look at that. It's ugly as fuck.
I can't even see it.
Yeah, it's all
I can't even
fucked
see-
up.
It's not
Look
coming
at
up.
the stream next time.
Yeah.
It's like I used to have it. It used to look good, and now Yahoo changed their thing, so I can't lift their graphics.
Yeah,
anymore.
I love the way we did it, last
Yeah,
year.
I can't find that graphics anymore. I need to find a website. Like it looks like shit.
Ugh.
Isn't that awful?
Well, it's not horrible.
It's
but
fucking terrible, dude. We had a good thing.
It's not horrible, but it's nowhere near as good as it was.
Goddamn shame. Goddamn fucking shame. It looks horrible, dude. You can't even read it. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. All right. Fuck that. I don't read all that shit. What am I, professional? Tonight, National Hockey League. Toronto Maple Leafs take on Jets. Jets are 1-2-0. They could use a win. Get back to 500. And Maple Leafs, they're starting. They don't even have a lot. They haven't even lost yet. They're 1-0-1.
Well, no, they lost in overtime. The game Matthews scored 4 goals.
Yeah, I know.
Against Ottawa, and they still lost.
Somebody said to me, somebody said, he was like, I bet they lose this game. I'm thinking the same thing. Guy had a hat trick. Like, this is a big thing. It's like the main. He scored the biggest stage, too. He didn't score like a fucking like West Coast game that nobody watched. He scored in the biggest stage, like an opening day. And like somebody, I forget who says, like, we watch, fucking Leafs will blow it. They sure enough. They did. Wednesday rivalry, the first one of the year, I think.
No, the first one was Blues and Blackhawks, which, the Blues won.
That's right, Red Wings. They're 1-2. Not a super good start. At least they beat Ottawa the other night. Take out the New York Rangers, which they really don't have much of a rivalry with. We usually like to point that out. Also at 8 p.m. Oh, why would they start the Leafs game like half an hour earlier?
Because it's the NHL. They don't know how to promote.
I know. That's why my channel wasn't bigger until Keemstar found it. Thank you very much, everybody.
My shin's still burned from kickboxing.
Jeff, I'll send you your 67 cents.
Oh, well, thank you.
Actually, maybe we should collect that. Yeah. Rate went down $1. I'm not sending you $1. Write a thing down, and then you go to collect. All right? And you know what else? Get out of my crease! Write down $1.